Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Saturday morning and to the Heights in Houston, Texas. Welcome to the Great Age Movement at Home Lab series in partnership with the Health Museum. I'm your host today, Robert Hale, for today's program, and I'm a certified personal trainer as well as a certified nutrition and running and walking coach. And thanks for having me back. I've been here before, and I enjoy coming up on Saturday morning and doing these programs. As a reminder to everybody out there, if you have not had your physician's approval and medical clearance to perform today's exercise, then I would not do these exercises today. So make sure that you do have your physician's approval to exercise. And again, as a caution, if during today's program you feel faint, or if it's extremely painful, or you're not able to do the program today, go ahead and take a break, watch the program, but sit it out until you get that approval from your physician, or again, until you can do it without any great pain. As a reminder, today's program, as well as all the other programs that we've completed over the last few years, can be found on the Great Age Movement's website, which is thegreatage.org. Again, that's thegreatage.org. An awesome site, has lots of material, lots of information on all the programs and platforms that we have here at the Great Age Movement for our seniors. Another reminder today is make sure that you have on hand some water. So make sure you have your water bottle. And also, again, take a break if you need to. If you need to take a break and take a drink of water, then you do it whenever you need to do it. So you do you today. Also, what we're going to need for today's program, today we're going to be working on balancing. Today's program is going to be working on your core, which a lot of times has to do with our balance. And we're going to be doing some great movements, some great exercises that's going to increase our strength and help with our balance. Because as we get older and as seniors, that's something that's very important, that we can maintain a really good balance and maintain that balance. So we're going to go through some exercises today. The other thing is I'd like to make sure that you do have a chair available that has a back where you can hold on. Because as you perform the balancing exercises, you're going to want to hold on to the back of something, whether that's a chair, or if you have a high countertop, a kitchen countertop. If you have multitude of chairs, we're going to be doing some walking exercises, walking balancing exercises. So again, you're going to want to have either a group of chairs or something that you can hold on to as you're learning these exercises. Now, as far as a modification, if you're really good in your balancing, and as you progress, then of course the ideal is to do these exercises balancing without holding onto anything. But as you just get started, I don't want anybody out there falling, and I want to make sure that you have something to grab onto as you're walking, as you're doing the balancing, or having a friend or a partner or somebody that can be nearby, so that if you're trying to do it without something, you have something to hang onto. So the equipment today is simply a chair, something to grab onto. Make sure you have some water. Now, as we do all the time, we're going to do a 5 to 10 minute warm up. So we'll get into the 5 to 10 minute warm up, and then we'll do a series of 7 to 8 balancing movements that I'm going to show you today. And then we'll wrap it up at the end of the program with a 5 to 10 minute stretching routine. Once we've got the muscles warmed, then we can go ahead and stretch those. Okay, so you've got everything going. You've got your water bottles. Again, if you have any pain or you can't do the exercises, sit it out. If you get behind, sit it out, because you can always jump back in and look at this recording at thegreatage.org later in the day. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is let's warm up. Let's get the blood flowing. You always want to warm up before you start any exercise program because you want your blood flowing, you want your muscles to be warm before you actually work them. So 5 to 10 minutes is what we want to do. So the first thing is I start at the top and kind of move down. So let's first start at the very top at the head. Let's look from one side to the other. Okay, and just stretch and move those, get those neck muscles warmed up, which actually is very important for balancing as well. Okay, everything we're doing is really important to maintain our balance. I'm not going to count today. I just want you to do you. And if your neck muscles are really sore and this is sore, then I want you to spend a little bit more time on your neck muscles. Now we're going to look down and then look up to the sky and then look down and look up to the sky. And let's do this one more time and then up to the sky. Very nice, very good. Okay, so let's start with some shoulders. Okay, let's do some shoulder rolls. We can go to the front. So I want you to roll your shoulders to the front. Very nice. Okay, feel those shoulder muscles and getting that muscles warmed up, and we're getting everything ready to exercise. And then I want you to move to the back. So roll those shoulders to the back. Very good. And it's really important that we get everything warmed up. All right. So we're going to make big circles with our arms. Okay. If you can't make big circles or that's painful, or you can also make smaller circles, but make as big as you can with circles. Get those shoulders and those arms working up and that blood flowing through your body. And then we want to reverse it. All right, reverse it. Very nice. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to do some punching. Okay, we want to punch to the front. Okay, punch to the front. And if you have any arthritis in your fingers or your hands are kind of sore, then you can punch. I'll show you to the side so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just extending those fingers. So that will help if you have any kind of tightness in your fingers or your hands. You can stretch those out as you're punching. And then now let's do to the side, and to the side. And again, that kind of works on your core and kind of warms up as I'm twisting. You're doing the twisting movement. And then to the side. And now we're going to go up to the sky. Okay, we're going to go up to the sky, looking straight ahead. Stand tall. Keep your core engaged. All right, let's chest pump. Next thing we're going to do is just pump that chest. Get those chest muscles working. We're going to be working all these body parts today when we go through our balancing exercise. All right, and then let's do some side steps. So we're going to do this as we, today when we do our balancing exercises, we're also going to be doing some side steps. So this is a little preview of something that we'll be doing in a little bit, and also good for your balance. All right, and very quick, let's do some marching in place. Again, we'll be doing some marching today and several of our movements, and this helps to get your body and your legs warmed up as well. Okay, very nice. Last thing we want to do in the warm-up section is I'm going to use the back of my chair to show you. And all we want to do, you can hold onto your chair. I want you to stand up straight and tall. I want your core engaged, and I want you to go up on your toes, and then you can go back on your heels. And you're up on your toes, and then go back on your heels. And basically what you're doing is rocking, and you're using those foot muscles, using those muscles in your foot, and that's so important when we're balancing. Okay, very nice. All right, very good. So that's our warm-up for today. So we've got everything warmed up. I'm going to take a couple minutes to do some deep breathing, which is really important when we're working on our balance. So I want you to breathe in and breathe out. A deep breath in and a deep breath out. Very good. If anybody needs a drink of water, now would be a good time. Take a quick swig. We've done our warm-up. We've done some good breathing exercises. Now let's get started on today's program, which is your balancing. So the first thing we're going to do, again, using the back of your chair, I want you to do the single leg stance, which is really one of the best balance movements that we can continue to practice and do, and really helps with our balance. And the goal eventually would be to do this exercise without holding on to anything. And it's hard. It's harder than you think it might be to do. So the goal is to use it without holding on to anything. And if you can do that, that's great. But I want to make sure, for safety reasons, that you always have something to grab onto. So if you're holding on and you kind of lose your balance, I want you to have something to grab to hold on to. But if you're new, and if this is a difficult movement for you, I do want you to hold on to the back of a chair, okay, or a countertop or whatever that is. And I want you to stand up tall, and I want you to simply move up one of your feet, okay? I want you to move up one of your legs. And it's just a stance, a single leg stance, okay? And again, as you advance and as you modify, you can hopefully one day stand without holding on. And again, it's kind of wobbly, so you want to have something to grab, okay, or somebody to assist you. So hold on, and let's do to the count of 5 and 4. Very nice. And 3 and 2 and 1. All right, so now we're going to switch our legs, and we're going to do the same routine on the others. Again, core engaged, stand up straight, stand up tall. I don't want you leaning into the chair or the counter. I want you to stand up tall and straight and simply lift that leg, lift your other leg, and I want you to hold it for the count of 5 and 4. There you go. And 3 and 2 and 1. And again, if you can do it, you can do it without holding on, but always make sure you have that to hold on to. Okay, that's an excellent, excellent movement to practice. And again, as you all are out there doing it, I think you'll see that when you initially look at that, you think, oh, what an easy thing to do. But it's actually very, it's actually can be very difficult, and you do have to concentrate and take the time and not speed through it. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to tap our foot, and I'm going to keep my chair there for assistance so that if I need to grab it, I can. But what I want you to do is just tap your foot and bring it back in. Tap your foot and bring it back in. And tap and go. And let's do 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And again, as you progress and this becomes easier, then hopefully you can do this without holding on to the back of a chair. And again, this all helps with your balance, because as you see, when you do this, it challenges your muscles and it challenges your balance, okay? And then let's try the other foot. So 1, and let's go again. And we'll do like a countdown of 5 again, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Very good. Very good. Shake those legs out. Hold on to this chair. I want you to shake the legs out. Okay. Deep breathing. Deep breathing is important in all of our movements. So breathe in and breathe out. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Very nice. All right, the next thing we're going to do is very similar, except we're going to tap to the side, okay? It's going to use a different set of muscles and going to challenge our different balancing. So let's go to the side and just step in and in, okay? And let's do 5, stand up straight, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Very nice. Now we're going to move to the other side. I'm always going to have my chair for support if I need it. Okay. So let's do 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and extra. All right. So that's your toe taps. That's your toe taps. All right. Now I mentioned that we're going to be doing some slow marches, which are really good as well. So again, what we can do is I have the chair available if I need it, but I just want you to move your knees up as far as you can. That's most comfortable, but I want you to set those knees up and I want you to go slow, concentrated, not quick movements, and just concentrate on your balance and what you're doing. Make sure you have something available to grab onto. And we're just going to do some slow marches in place, which also helps with our balance. And the other thing I want you to add to this, I'm going to add a little arm action to it, is I want you to move your arm up on the opposite side of your body. So arm up, arm up, arm up, arm up, arm up. And again, this is going to challenge your balance. So have that chair or counter or exercise partner next to you. And let's do count of 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Stand up straight, and 1. Very nice. All right. Very good. That's excellent. I love marches. Marches are excellent movements. All right, we're going to do some side steps. I mentioned that earlier as well. And I'm going to move the chair, but I want you to keep your chair. I just want to move it so that you can see the movements that I'm doing, but I don't want you to take your chair away or your counter. I want to make sure you always have a line of chairs or a chair available to grab onto when you're doing all of these balancing exercises. So I'm doing mine just to show you, but I want you to keep yours there. So we're going to be doing side steps, 2 per side. So we're going to go step, and back to center, and step, and step, and step, and step, and back to center. We'll do step, and step, and step, and back to center. Let's do a deep breathing. Breathe in, and breathe it out. Breathe in, and breathe out. Very nice. If anybody out there has to take a break, you need some water, get you some water, and catch back up with us. Okay, let's do one more set of this. To the side, to the side. I want you to stop. And here I want you to hands up and back down. Hands up and back down. All right, back up. 5, 4, feet together, stand straight. 2, and 1. Okay, let's go back to center. 1 and 2. Let's go back the other way. 1 and 2. And let's go up, feet together, stand straight, core engaged. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. All right. For this next movement, if you have tape, maybe masking tape or some kind of tape that you can mark your floor, the next couple movements we're going to do is kind of like your tightrope walking. So I want you to, if you have available, you can put some tape on the floor. If not, I'm just going to use an imaginary line, but you can certainly use a piece of tape if it helps you to get that movement down. So the first exercise we're going to do, the first movement, is I just want you to high march walk, okay? So we're just going to high march walk from one side to the other, okay? Concentrating on moving those legs up high, moving those arms, and all this helps with our balance. and balance that we are so important in our daily movements. Okay, and especially as we get older and as we age, we need to keep our balance going, and we need to keep our balance functioning. Let's do one more side across. Go. Okay, looks good. I hope everyone's feeling good out there. All right, take some water if you need some water. Very nice. Okay, now we're going to do, and this is a little bit trickier, so I do want you to have a friend nearby, an exercise partner, or a line of chairs, or a counter, or something you can grab onto. Because what we're going to do is this is going to be like you're walking on a tightrope, okay? And what you're going to do is place heel to toe, okay? Tandem. So it's tandem. You're going to place heel to toe, and you're going to walk back and forth, okay? So it's here, and here, and here, and concentrate, 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 and here, okay? And back. And again, it's heel to toe, and it's like you're walking on a tightrope, okay? Heel to toe, and this is excellent for balance, but I want you to have something to grab onto if you need to grab onto something, okay? And heel to toe. Let's go one more time across. Okay, back, and back, back. See, I lost a little bit of my balance, so you got to be careful with this one, but it's really excellent for your balancing. I want you to stop, get that same heel to toe stance, and let's do some bicep curls. Okay, so let's go 1 and 2. Remember your breathing. When you're flexing your muscle, you're breathing out. Breathe in, flexing out, flexing out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's go one more time across. 1, here, 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 keeping tandem, okay? At the end, again, let's hold it. And I just want you to hold your arms up straight and back down. 1 and 2. Make sure you have that chair available. And 3 and 4 and 5. Very good. Very good. Excellent balancing movements today. I hope that you learned a lot. I hope that you found some exercises that you can use to kind of strengthen your balancing muscles and strengthen your balance and your coordination. Again, it takes concentration. Go very slow. Again, have the backs of chairs available. Let me grab this again, and make sure that you have the chair available to hang on to. But as you advance and as you get used to these exercises, what you should be able to do is standing on one leg is you should be able to stand on one leg without grabbing onto the chair. If you have to, though, you can, but if not, you can just stand like that, okay? All right, so that concludes our program for today. But as I said at the start of the program, we're going to finish off today's program, today's balancing movements, with a nice cool down, which includes some stretching, because after our muscles are warmed up, that's a perfect time to actually stretch those muscles. So I'm going to sit down, and you can use that chair that you've been using, and you can sit down as well if you'd like to. So give yourself a break from a great exercise program. And let's just start off with some shoulder shrugs. Okay, so just do some shoulder shrugs. We're not going to do any counting right now. I just want you to do you. And if your shoulders are sore, then you can stretch those a little bit more. And then let's do some inhales and exhales again. Breathing is really important when we're working on our balance movement. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And this one we're going to hold at the top. We're going to hold our hands at the top. And I just want you to stretch to the side, stretch those muscles, come back to center, want you to move to the other side, and I want you to stretch out that and come back to center. Let's do one more time. One more time. Feel those muscles getting stretched and the stretch. Sit up straight and tall, work on that core, and there you go. All right. Now let's do some leg stretches. We used our legs a lot today. So let's go ahead and put your foot out in front, and I just want you to move your arms along the side of your leg, and you're going to feel that stretch going all the way up your leg, all the way. There you go. Hold it for a few minutes, and there you go. Let's do one more time. Stretch. There you go. Hold it and back up again. Let's do the opposite foot and go down, stretch and hold it. Very nice. And back up again. And let's do it again a second time and stretch and hold it. And there you go. We're going to finish off today by doing some foot circles. So we're going to take our feet and we're just going to move them in a circle. Let me do this one and just move them in a circle, move them in a circle. And then we can do the opposite rotation, get those feet muscles working and stretched out, because it's so important when we're working on our balance exercises. And get the other foot going, and do some foot circles, go in one direction, and then I want you to reverse the direction. All right, sit up straight, core engaged, and there you go. All right, that concludes today's program, today's Balancing Core exercise program. I hope everyone out there learns some good movements today and that you can continue to do these. Make sure that you join us next week at Great Age Movement in partnership with the Health Museum. Same time, same place, for another awesome program next week. And again, you can find this program and all of the other programs we've done over the last few years at thegreatage.org. Again, it's thegreatage.org. Thank you all for having me. Thanks for joining us. Get out there now and get some cardio, get some good walking in. Enjoy the weekend. Stay cool, stay hydrated, drink your water. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.